dumbass. Like, you're a complete clown.
Look
Nobody.
at your hand, idiot.
What'd you say?
Like, look at your hand, idiot.
Right? It was so stupid, but that's something I'll never forget. Like, I just started thinking about that today because I don't know, one dude I work with was talking about his fucking hand or whatever, and I was just thinking to myself, oh shit. I remember a hand story with fucking Uncle Homo.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. Fucking memories. Fucking, we didn't need cable, man. I lived cable.
Clearly.
You know, it's the way we see it. Like, for real, that's what fucking good old, what's her name on here? Jamie would say. When we didn't need cable, all we had to do was look outside or just fucking live life.
Oh, shit. All right, let's get the fuck out of here then.
Shameless ain't got shit on me. We're out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Caution, assholes at play.
I'd like to send a shout out to my homeboy, O.J. Simpson. Keep up the good work, baby. 2 less we got to worry about. You understand? Call me an asshole. One more time.
See that man there? He's a real a-hole.
He's also a huge asshole.
This is the CAAP cast, motherfucker.
They're not all conspiracies, but we don't
So,
have to conspiracy
We're not
mode.
talking about that.
What'd you say?
I said we're not talking about it. It's a no-no on the podcast.
Yeah.
I just want to.
We could talk about like goofy, like we've talked about goofy conspiracies before, and like
Oh yeah,
ones,
the
like creepy ones, but you know,
it's not goofy. It's interesting. Some of the stuff is interesting.
like the Denver airport. That was really fucking interesting, just because of how it was set up in the weird paintings and shit.
Yeah, that was cool.
It was different, but whatever.
Oh, yo, hey, welcome to the CAAPcast. By the way, sorry, we just this is what we do. We just talk. It's weird. We don't have intros or outros. We just fucking start yapping.
Well, we have an intro I played before, but
Well, I'm glad you put it all together.
we got random commercials and random voice drops.
Oh, I don't know why this randomly popped. Do you watch the Mandalorian?
Hell yeah.
Bro, look, okay, so I fell off. I'm on like the 3rd episode of the 1st season, so. But I just wanted to ask you if you watch it.
Oh, yeah, I watch it. I think it's the best thing Star Wars has done in a while. It's not Jedi based, really.
Yeah, I'm gonna absolutely agree with you.
Yeah, it's gritty. It's just a story about a dude who doesn't fuck around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not corny. Nothing about it is corny. It just literally feels like you're back in a part in a year time, or whatever year it is in Star Wars time, and you're just watching this dude live his life. Is all you're doing.
So I've watched 2 episodes fully. I actually just finished watching the 2nd episode, like a little bit before we got on here. I gotta tell you what it reminds me of, which is like those old Clint Eastwood westerns.
Yes.
That's absolutely what it reminds me of.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I love
Absolutely.
it. And I fucking love it, dude.
It's got so much good shit in it.
Whoa, I feel like I need to get one of these things. Holy shit. What the fuck? I'm gonna look this up when we get off here.
What is it?
It's called the Evercade. It's like this handheld. It's this handheld thing. It has a little screen on it, and like you could buy packs that have like old games on it, and it like there's a HDMI, you plug it into your TV and play,
Holy shit.
and the shit looks wow. They're like I'm watching this video where these dudes like go around like go to flea markets and shit and get video games, and they're showing this fucking walkthrough of this little handheld machine.
That's cool.
Dude's playing Splatterhouse.
Yo, did I tell you about the guy at the flea market with the video games and how much of like a pushy fucking dude he was, and it like instantly made me not want to buy games from him?
No, you did not tell me.
All right, so at the flea market that we always go to, that my girlfriend got offered a fucking job at, which is crazy. It shows how much
Because you guys are there every week.
every week.
That's whatever. It's flea markets the shit, dude.
Right? Oh god, it's like a tradition I picked up from my family and shit. Like I sold at the original flea market when I was a kid and stuff. Like it's just funny. But
I gotta get out there.
we were waiting for video games. Like there was nobody who sold games there. There would be like a couple games here or there, but it wasn't really shit you cared about, or it was overpriced, like scattered, like especially Super Nintendo games. Certain ones of them are like really high priced, and they're not messing around. Some of these dudes. So
Did you?
what'd you
Did
say?
you went to that? Did you guys go to the end up ever going to the Eastern Hills Mall?
Dude, I went in there for trunk or treat or whatever, and I handed out candy, and I dressed as a fat cartoon character from Disney. Um, they had a whole bunch of shit, and I had to run in there real quick to take a fucking piss. And by the time I came out, everything was shutting down because it was late at night. It was like
Well,
six
you
or
were so you were talking about like some stuff was hype overpriced, dude. This motherfucker, there's this fucking place. There, like in the back, it's like it was like an old J.C. Penney or Macy's, but it's just all.
Was
It's
it
just all
smaller? Like you could only fit one person to look at the games on each side?
no. It was like
One.
you walk when you walk all the way down, like right outside of the entrance, like there's a thing with like it's like a Nintendo box, like a box for the original Nintendo and a couple games, and it's like video games inside. There's all kinds of shit in there. Then you make it to the place where some video games are. You guys like got glass cases and shit like that, and like games all over the place. And in the glass cases, motherfuckers got like box Super Nintendo games are like putting $400 price tags on them and shit.
Are they smoking crack?
That's what I'm saying. They did have the Ninja Turtles Manhattan Project for Sega there. That's one of the games I want very bad. Well,
All right.
again, we're priced. I could probably go on eBay and get it for a better price, which is sad.
Is that the scroll playing fighting game?
What's that?
Is that the scroll playing?
Yeah, it's like
game?
it was like a sequel to that arcade, like the arcade game that everybody likes, but it's like fucking lesser known.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
All right. So I played one as a kid on Super Nintendo at my friend's house, and his sister had it, but that's why we played it, and it was Ninja Turtles for Sega. Now, did they make an original, or not Sega, Super Nintendo, but did they make an original arcade game for both systems also?
Okay, so the arcade game they did, the arcade game, the one that is very popular with everyone, was on Nintendo.
All right, so it was Nintendo game.
Super Nintendo had Turtles in Time, which is very similar, but then like you get boards where you're fucking fighting dinosaurs and shit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, there's different levels where you like go back in time and shit. But it's basically the same deal, just different stuff.
Okay.
Same kind of game, like almost the exact same game, just a different story.
That makes sense.
So that's probably the one you played. Okay, anyway, your flea market story about the video games.
I know, I love that Ninja Turtles game. I think it's back in time, I'm not sure. But anyway.
Well, if it was Super Nintendo, then yeah.
It was back in time, okay. But that other one, did they make that for both systems too, or no?
Which one? Manhattan Project?
Manhattan Project.
Pretty sure it was just for Sega. almost positive.
Look, I have to look that one up.
I have two original Genesis systems.
That's awesome.
All right. Yes, the flea market. We just keep going everywhere.
No, it's all right. I was looking for that game. No, that's not what I wanted.
Hold on, I'm actually gonna look it up. TMNT in Manhattan. Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh no, this is not the game. That shit is for PS4. Okay, that's
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm thinking, what the fuck is that? The Manhattan Project.
yeah, that's the one. So
It was on Nintendo.
yeah. See, the first ad I get is $27.99 on eBay. So it's literally so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had the original game. It was on Nintendo. Oh, it was on. Okay, it was on Nintendo. Why did I see it for Sega? It's a sequel to the arcade game. I mean, it only came out for Nintendo. I swear to God, it was for Sega.
I remember it
Okay.
being Nintendo only. Yeah,
When did it?
does make sense now.
1992. So that would be okay. So it would be towards the end of regular Nintendo. Famicom and then NES. Okay. It's the best Nintendo game in 1992, apparently.
Yeah, I remember it being older because I was playing. I was like 6, maybe.
Yeah, so for instance, like that game was there, and then it was like fucking, it was like $1 billion. I'm like, I would never buy anything from this booth. It's ridiculous.
I hate places like that. This
That's what I'm saying. Like,
this motherfucker, Jesus, we started talking about turtles, but I had to know. I just had to know. That was the thing. Because it would have bothered me if I didn't know. I felt like
okay, so that was original Nintendo, but yeah, like Turtles in Time did come out for Super Nintendo. So if you were playing on Super Nintendo, it was probably that one. All right, so for 10 minutes, you've been trying to tell this flea market story about the pushy video game man. Hello?
What'd you say?
I said, well, for 10 minutes, we've been trying to tell the story about the pushy video game man.
Oh, yeah, pushy video game, man. Sorry, somebody fucking texted me and I was wondering what the hell they were talking about. Something
I
with
just got to
fucking
what?
some fucking bullshit about whatever. I can't even say his name on here because it's not like
Fair.
it's not president or anything, but it's like another person that has to deal with both of them. And I'm just like, I don't want to get into it. I don't even want to read it right now. But anyway, I'm looking at like, what the fuck is this shit?
Every time I'm around you or talking to you, anyone that messages you or calls you, you're like, I don't want to talk to them.
Oh, hell no. I don't want to talk to nobody. If I'm doing something, you know what I mean? I'm respectful in that way where I'm hanging out with the person I'm hanging out with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not here to sit on our fucking phones, dude. I don't care about this phone. Like, I'll get back to these motherfuckers when I feel like it. But anyway, finally we get a guy who sells video games there. And for a couple weeks, dude was selling them like outside with a bunch of tables and shit. You know, that Sabu used to put people through and fucking just crack instantly like a fucking stale square cracker.
Because they used to gimmick. Because they gimmick them shits.
Oh yeah, horribly, and it was just bad, shitty wood, like the real shitty tables. Not even brown. I'm talking like way shittier. It's like almost like wood on fucking stands.
Okay.
So he had tarps down and shit, but he had a lot of cool shit. Like he had Sega Genesis in the box, Super Nintendo in the box. He had a lot of shit in the box, a lot of shit out of the box, but the shit he had out of the box was cool and it was like reasonable. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, eventually I'm gonna dust off my Retron 2 and fucking play this shit because I did have a Super Nintendo, but I fucking sold it or whatever because of my ex. Because fuck that shit, I don't want it here. Even though it was original Super Nintendo, it was a stupid idea. I regret it now because it was a Super Nintendo. But anyway, he had all that shit. He just constantly had shit for like I'd say a good month. Then years, and I'm like, all right, fuck. We go inside, past the guy who makes the weird fucking coffee, past the old lady where I always buy her fucking like porcelain made Halloween decorations and shit. I'm like, all right, this lady lights them up. She makes them by hand. They look fucking cool. I like her.
Right.
Always smells like incense. And then she makes those Christmas trees that people used to put in their windows with the lights on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's cool as fuck, dude. She's a beast. She can barely walk. She looks like shit. Especially the old dudes do. You see them do it while they're there sometimes. But anyway, you keep going, and on the right before you hit like, yeah, I'm a biker, bro. Yeah, you know me. I'm with this group. Fucking God's men or whatever. We used to be horrible bikers, but we're nice. You know what I mean? Shit like that. If you read this, the bitch fell off. But in between was the pushy fucking video game man. And this dude, I walk in there and I'm like, oh, you got a store now. And he's like, yeah, you should buy something. And I just laughed the first time. And I'm looking around and I'm like, oh man, he's got this, he's got that. This dude's got a lot of good shit. Like, he had one of the Turtles games. He had one of the Power Rangers games I remember as a fucking kid that I fucking used to lose my shit for. I'm like, this dude had a lot. And the Power Rangers game, I think, was out for Sega too. I had it on Sega instead, but I'm like,
Yeah, I know.
this is cool shit.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I was like psyched about it, but he had both Power Rangers games too at the same time. And I'm like, oh, man, if I could kill $50 right now in video games, I would, but I'm just not going to do it, even though I like it. So I said these things out loud, and he's like, you should buy it. And every time, you should buy it. And like Haley was just trying to be nice about everything. And he's like, you should buy it. I'm not buying shit, motherfucker. That's it. You lost somebody. You were that pushy. That pushy. You wouldn't even let me just look and be excited about seeing these games I haven't seen since I was a child. And you're going to be like that? I'm sorry, man. That's not how you sell to people. Like, that was.
I would have done, you know what I would have done, honestly, in that situation? I would have been like, oh, you want me to buy something? I'd be like, well, let me tell you. I was like, now I'm going to tell you the price.
Right?
Because we had a flea market. Like, I'll be like, this is not in a box. There's no manual. There's not even a sleeve. You just got a cartridge right here. I'm not paying this much money for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know what? If you got stuff in a box, you know what? If I wanted it, I'll pay the dollar for it. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you got a bunch of fucking cartridges sitting there, I'm not paying you fucking $20 for a fucking cartridge. Like, you got to get the fuck out of here with that shit.
No.
I'll start hitting them upside the head, dude. Like,
it was fucking crazy. I was just like, I was holding the baby on my chest in the fucking, the baby's fucking sling thing, fucking handle thing. I don't know what it's called. But I was just like, no, I'm not going to do it. Now my other dude, he's a little bit bigger dude, but he's cool, he's nice, he's funny. He has a lot of shit that I would like. Like, he has games, but they're pristine games. They're rare games. And they go for a good price, but not too high sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he could do it. And I've been looking for these fucking Hot Wheels from McDonald's that I had when I was a kid. Some of them I really like. They're like some of my favorite cars. Even though I had real Hot Wheels, I still love these the most. But he has those times, and I find them all the time.
Weren't the McDonald's ones like fucking? They didn't have the metal fucking frame. They were like plastic.
I think so. Some of them are, yeah. But they still worked forever. They wouldn't break on me. That and I took
yeah.
It was just there was like a '57 Chevy. It was green with an alligator on the side. I found that. I was happy, and then I found the red version of it, and found a dragster, and then like an old fucking tea bucket or whatever. I know I'm speaking Spanish, but
I know that much what you're
all
talking
right,
about.
all right.
When it comes to the fixing them in the insides, I don't know shit.
Yeah, I know a little bit about the inside. I know a lot about the outside and shit like that.
I know what cars are what.
All right. But that dude has them too. And then he'll
Okay.
have like a Star Wars figure, and Maya will be like, "Oh man, I want that." And I'll be like, "All right, this kid's always great with everything. I don't buy her shit all the time. Once in a while, I'll be like, yeah." So I was like, "All right, she got Senator Palpatine, not Emperor Palpatine, but when he was a senator." And she's like, "I remember this scene." She's like, "I remember this guy a lot." And then he turned bad. I go, "Yeah, that's the guy." And I was like, "All right, cool." And he always has something like that. That's what I give him credit for. He had the Hulk Hogan cards for $20 for two of them.
Oh, there you go. All right.
He always has something random like that, and I'm like, all right, dude. I see him even if I don't buy shit, I go into every single place and talk to somebody. That dude I always talk to. Him, and then the old quiet kind of guy that I always get like artifacts from and shit. I got some Hot Wheels from him too. I'm not even like a Hot Wheels guy. I just want McDonald's ones, and I just want to
Right,
have
right, right.
one series and be done. You know what I mean? I don't want Hot Wheels. My son's gonna have Hot Wheels, but I'm not trying to collect them. I just want the ones that I got stolen from me. I'm trying to get back all my stolen toys.
Right. Dude, I like to tell you like some of the McDonald's toys are fucking when I was a kid were great. Like I still remember the ones that were like uh it was like a fucking it looked like it was like a little box of fries and then it transformed and it was like a transformer.
Those, and then the Nuggets would transform.
Yeah, dude, those were the
Dude,
shit.
those were fucking dope. I can't believe you brought those up. I forgot about those. Remember the milkshake?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Whatchamacallit, like I watch these videos and they go out like looking for shit and then it makes me remember, but like the when they had the toys when they had the Mario 3 Happy Meal and you got the Mario toys, shit was cool too. They had a little Goomba, a little Mario with the raccoon suit on.
That's cool.
Shit was dope. That fucking dude, that's why I keep telling you about the so I keep telling you about that place, the Eastern Hills Mall, this fucking store. It's like something in like your attic or some shit like that.
In your
Go
ass.
in there. Yeah, you go in there and this dude's got like just glass cases everywhere, and everything's like pretty reasonable. Like just like glass cases full of wrestling figures, dude. Like all reasonably priced.
That's one of the first places I walked into or walked past. Walked past. I didn't walk into it because I had to piss, but I walked past and I was like, "Wow, that's cool." And then there was a whole horror store, and I was like, "That's cool."
Yeah, I told you about that one.
That one was fucking dope. I walked past that really fast because I had to go the whole length of the mall because I was on one side of the mall where the
Yeah.
and like I'm like, fuck, I had to go all the way around, and it's like I think it closed at 6, 7.
Yeah, yeah.
This was what, beginning of October, second week of October.
Yeah, me and Jay went in there. It was like middle of the afternoon, like 2, 3 o'clock. So
Yeah, I'll have to go at a normal time. Problem is, I never, never free then, or I never go on a weekend.
you should. Nobody goes there, dude. It'd be great. When I went there, it wasn't. Dude, we went there because he wanted to eat at Duff's. So before we ate, we went in there and just went through all the stores and shit, just checking stuff out.
That's cool.
Yeah, I gotta get back there, dude, because I didn't have money, really have money at the time. And now I'm like, ooh, so much cool shit in there. That horror store, the guy that runs it was real cool. He was like in the front, he has like all these little box dioramas. And he was like, "Oh, I made these all myself with like figures." And it's like cool. They had like a Silent Night, Deadly Night one with the guy fucking swinging the axe around. They had a Halloween one with Michael Myers in it.
That's cool. I saw those for video games on Instagram.
Hell yeah.
They were cool. There was like Sonic, Mario. There's a lot of Pokemon ones that say every choice or every decision starts with a choice or something like that. Every story starts with a choice.
Yeah.
Like you going against whatever one you chose of the three. I don't know whether red, blue, green, right? I know Charizard's one. I don't remember the others.
Yeah, you gotta catch them all, dude. I don't give a fuck about Pokemon.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm trying to remember.
It was just a thing that was like I was too old for it when it started.
Yeah, it was big at my age group. I liked it a little bit, but at the same time, I wasn't completely interested in it. It
It
was
was weird because I remember like kind of being in high school and that shit would be on in the morning and I was like, oh cool, and it kind of blew up. And then I don't know if it like stopped being popular or I just didn't pay attention. And then now I feel like it's fucking huge.
it got re huge again.
Yeah.
I just liked the game. The game was fucking really fun to play.
Hell yeah.
It just
Cool.
it was addicting.
Yes.
It was like a precursor for me for RuneScape.
It's kind of like so like what is it? Power Rangers was like the last thing for me because I was like I think like 14 or so, 13 or 14 when Power Rangers came out, so I was still all right.
I remember
Uh,
that. Yeah.
that was like the last pretty big thing for me. I mean, I still like, dude, the toys they make now for Power Rangers are fucking incredible.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we talked about this too. About the toys like the Imagine X shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my son was huge into that shit. The Batman stuff, dude. I was buying fucking the Batcave and all that shit.
My Uncle Homo, his son that he had, it was like Maya's age now or close to it. He had the what is it? Wayne Manor looking thing. It looked like the Batcave, but it also looked like the house in a way.
Yeah.
If he had that, I was like, that is fucking cool. This is the coolest company ever. Everything they came out with Toy Story ones. I saw the one day. I was like, that is fucking cool.
Oh, the Imaginext?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish like my son got older, but he really like he won't admit it now, but he still likes Toy Story, dude. He thinks like I remember last year I like bought him a bunch of shirts at Target and one of them was a Toy Story shirt and he wouldn't wear it. He was like, I'm gonna get made fun of. And he was like trying to talk like he's trying to talk like he didn't like it anymore. But he dude, when I had Disney Plus, I never really watched it, and then it would be like it would go into my history, and all that'd be on there is Toy Story. I'm like, dude, it's okay if you watch Toy Story. No one gives a fuck.
There's nothing wrong with Toy Story.
Exactly. I remember, dude, he was so, and it was like Toy Story 3 was one of the first movies he saw. Like he was a little baby, dude, and we went to the drive-in, and it was, you know how like when you see those in the theater, they put those shorts in front of them.
Absolutely.
So the short in front of Toy Story 3, it was the first time that kid laughed
Wow.
ever. And then he was just like a Toy Story freak. So Blockbuster was still around, and I asked them because Toy Story 3 came out on video, and they had like a like on the wall they had like a thing like above the rack that was like Toy Story 3, so you kind of knew where to walk over to go rent it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, when you're done with those, can we have them? And they're like, yeah. So like his room, we bought all these like wall stickers and shit that were like the characters from Toy Story, and then I put that thing up on the wall, like right by the ceiling. So I had that thing from Blockbuster on the wall. I had all these fucking wall stickers with like all the characters. His whole room was Toy Story.
That's
Now he wants to front.
that's so fun because he's being too cool.
Oh, dude, I fuck with them all the time. Like, yo, y'all want to watch? I'll be going through the guide on TV. I'm like, oh, here we go. Y'all want to watch Paw Patrol? Dad, that's for babies.
Oh, that's fun.
Like, I'm like used to watch. Well, not Paw Patrol, but they watch like Backyardigans and shit.
I remember those.
Yeah, all that like middle like late 2000s, like all that shit. Watch like fucking Peppa Pig and all that bullshit.
Peppa Pig I hated because of the fucking accents annoyed me.
They
But the,
like they like Caillou, bro.
oh god, the one show that really pissed me off. Like Maya watched a lot of shows when she was a baby on Disney, like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, Henry Huddlemaster, shit like that, and it was cool. It was really cool. It was fine by me. It didn't really annoy me. The one that there was another one, Jungle Junction, which was fucking a monkey on wheels, an elephant on wheels, a zebra on wheels, a lion on wheels, a tiger on wheels. It was so weird, and they were driving around like a train track or whatever, and they were like stuck in a forest. It was
Yeah.
or jungle. It was really weird. But the one I really hated was the Hive. It was pissed off bees. They had like these horrible fucking slanted eyebrows, like they were really mad, and they would talk in this British accent, but be really fucking ignorant to each other. And they'd be like, "Buzzbee, I told you not to do that. Why would you do that?" Horrible, dude. Horrible. It was the show wasn't even nice or being like sweet to kids or like playing nice music. It was just bees being dicks to each other. Complete fuck.
Right.
I hated that.
Right.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
bad. And Gaspard and Lisa, which were a white bunny and a black bunny living together in France amongst regular humans and being the only fucking bunnies around humans in France. And
Oh,
they
bro, I know
always,
you know this one. Then I know you know this one. Then Max and Ruby.
oh fuck that. Fuck that, dude. Gaspar and Lisa, they would always fuck something up and then
Yeah.
apologize for it at the end. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Who's just talking to bunnies? This is such horseshit. They're talking to fucking bunnies. How about they just hop off my fucking TV and put something else on? Because screw these goddamn rabbits. Who would be putting up with them if they were constantly fucking shit up? Nobody. They would have shot these rabbits in the backyard with a 22.
Oh yeah. I think the one I thought was goofy that I watched with them was I think it was on Netflix. The fuck Pingu, the fucking like
Oh.
claymation penguin.
I never
Dude,
seen
that shit was fire. He didn't talk, dude. All he did was make a noise. He was like knock knock. But I just liked the style, dude. It was all claymation. It was cool as fuck. Probably still on Netflix.
See, I haven't seen good clay animation in a while.
They don't do it a lot. Not anymore. People don't like to work. Everything that I used to like they say that like they do this now because it doesn't take that much time.
What do you mean?
Like, that's why there's no like that's why you watch a horror movie and it's like fucking CGI because it takes more time to like fucking do makeup effects.
Yeah. Oh man, makeup effects, dude. I was
It's
talking to Maya about fucking Planet of the Apes today. She brought it up while she was eating dinner.
yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about makeup?
That's all TBS used to show when I was a kid was all the Planet of the Apes movies, the old ones. I used to watch that shit all the time, bro.
Dude, she loves them. I love them. We should review them one of these days. Like, save one and spread them out.
Possible.
It's so fucking dope. It's one of the greatest stories ever made, and just how it loops around. And
Kid likes all the cool shit.
what'd you say?
Said your kid likes all the fucking cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
My kids be liking shit I don't know nothing about.
That's funny. I just showed her everything and explained certain things to her, and she picked up on it.
Right. Like my younger son, he's all right. My older son, man, he's just into the computer, bro. I have no idea what he's talking about ever. But my younger son, he likes Star Wars, he likes Ghostbusters.
That's cool.
he fucks with shit that I do a little bit.
And Maya always liked Ghostbusters a lot.
My young master, you are listening to the CAAP.
Yeah, he really likes Ghostbusters, dude. It's a little out of control sometimes.
She saw something for the new one. She's like, "That's not the Ghostbusters. Are you kidding me?" I was
That'll be.
laughing.
I think that's probably the closest they can do now. Honestly,
Yeah, it's just
be better than that other one. Like I didn't. You know what? I honestly didn't completely hate that one. The one that came out a couple years ago. Just I don't know. It was the only thing I can give it credit for is like it wasn't a remake. Like they did their own thing.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. But then it took away from what Ghostbusters was. It was like,
I just don't. It's Ghostbusters is the only movie where I'm like, you can't do this again. Like this is one of a kind. Like it's really one of the only movies I feel that way about. Like every time I watch it, I'm just like, wow, man. Like there's nothing like this. They couldn't even do it in a part two. Like, part two's not even that great. I don't even really like part two all like that.
the whole painting and the guy and
Yeah. See,
yeah,
like I guess you gotta do something different in part two, but it just didn't feel like like even any kind of spirit of the first one.
no,
You know what I mean?
yeah, no. I understand. I mean, I don't have a huge problem with two. It's just it's corny at times. It's stupid.
I
But
did like that guy. I did like that guy that was like the guy that ran the fucking museum with the painting. That dude's goofy. He made me laugh.
oh, the little guy with the little curly fro.
Yeah. Yeah. That dude was cool. He was funny.
What was the bad guy's name? Victor?
Vigo.
Vigo. Oh, Vigo.
Yeah. Dude, the story about the real guy that was Vigo is fucking crazy.
I have to look that up.
You definitely look it up. There's a whole article about that guy, and it's really interesting. It's crazy. It's like a crazy story, like about his real life, dude. It's wild.
Yeah, I have to look that up. That'd be cool.
Yeah, dude. When it comes to toys, dude, I'm trying to get these GI Joes, dude. These new GI Joes are out of control.
Oh, the new ones?
Yeah, like they're like the Marvel Legends size of like Marvel Legends.
Yeah, I've heard about those.
Yeah, I got a Destro one. They're fucking really nice. And then Walmart got an exclusive. They're doing the retro, which is like the real small ones, like from the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
And they're coming out with the vehicles and shit and everything, dude. Like, and it's all in the like original fucking packaging and shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, I got me a Snake Eyes, and then this dude that I know, like on Twitter, is like this little fucking community of like people that it's like people that get wrestling figures and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And they use like fucking stock they use like stock fucking they use stock finders to like see when their stores near them have stock of wrestling shit. And this dude goes out all the time and just grabs shit. He's like the luckiest dude, and he's like, oh, he's like, you're looking for those GI Joes, huh? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, what would you say if I told you I had the two vehicles and a couple of the figures? I was like, I'd say how much. And when he gets stuff, dude, he'll only charge you what it is on the shelf.
That's cool.
So basically, it's like you're buying it at the store, but you're getting it off him. So I got like, so right now I got the Snake Eyes, and I'm about to get Storm Shadow, Baroness, and then a Cobra vehicle and a GI Joe vehicle.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so I'm getting into that shit. And then that toy store by my house, dude, that guy always has shit.
Oh, the '80s one?
Yeah, dude, dude.
That place is dope. That's the dopest toy store I've been to in a long time.
If you wanted, Matt, if you wanted your pick from my collection, that's where I sold it. So
That's funny. What did you even have in your collection?
a lot.
Can you remember them all?
It was most, dude, I had like 60. It was mostly like old. Like I've decided now that if I do get any, it's gonna be like I just want like the legends and stuff, like old figures. I'm actually kind of pissed at myself. So I think I did sell the Piper.
Oh,
I had a Piper. Fucking. Well, I gave you the Mysterio, which
yeah.
was that Halloween Havoc Mysterio from that one we watched. I
Yep.
had the Eddie from that. I had the Eddie from the '97.
Thank you again.
Uh,
Yeah.
I had a bunch of newer ones. It's like half the newer ones I sold first because I was like, I don't give a fuck about any of these people. I had like the Miz, Ricochet, whatever that fucking series was, or Rey Mysterio. The ones I'm like kind of mad that I got rid of were like it was just older guys. Like I said, now I think I'm just gonna, if I do get any, it's gonna be legends or whatever, like old wrestlers that don't wrestle anymore. Like, dude, now they came out with a fucking Hollywood blonde Steve Austin.
I know. They're going crazy. Everybody.
I know, dude. Like I need these.
Yo, I sent you a post on one of the groups I'm in on Facebook. Look what the fucking title of it is.
Oh, hold on.
It's one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. I showed it to my girl, she was dying.
Alberto Del Woman Beater.
$60. Woman not battered, woman not included.
Oh my god, that's wild. That's funny.
Here's another one. Here's another one. I'll show you.
Oh, shit. Oh, you got another one?
No, look at the fucking post, the headline of the post.
All right, hold on. And no, he doesn't include a battered woman figure.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
That has got to be one of the best posts I've seen in my life.
fucking crazy, dude. That's hilarious. Damn, this dude cleaned up. I got this video on in the background. This guy like had some kind of like flea market type deal. It looks like one of those consignment stores because it's not like disgusting, but it's not clean. Do you remember the X-Men animated series?
Absolutely.
Okay, so do you remember like back in the day they sold like the kind of tall ones, like bigger ones?
Yes, there's Wolverine. There was a Sentinel.
Yep. Well, this dude found like almost all of them, and they were at this flea market. I'm like, damn, he just cleaned up. Like, he's got them all stacked up on his fucking table. He's like showing them off. All these '90s, dude. He's got like Fantastic Four from the animated series from the '90s.
Yeah, they're still around though.
Oh yeah, these are easy to clean up on, dude. Like, there's like one corner of the '80s toy store that has like all the '90s toys, like fucking like the superhero shit and all that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They're pretty cheap. They're not. It's not hard to get those.
No, he's got reasonable prices. He'll make deals with you. He made a deal with me at my LJN.
Prices, dude. His prices are great.
Yeah, he's cool about everything. I like that guy a lot.
Yeah, that dude's real cool.
Very easy to deal with.
And if you sell him stuff, dude, he doesn't shit on you. Like I told you, it was like it had to have been $700-800 I sold off that collection.
Yeah.
Like he always made, and it's funny because he's like he'll like go through them, and then he always makes it sound like he's gonna like lowball you. He's like, well, these over here, and then he's like, these over here. He's like, a couple of these are a little more than I thought they were, and then he's like, what's 400 sound? I'm like, what? Yeah. I was like, God damn. And then because I took the first batch, which was like just regular stupid motherfuckers that I didn't give a shit about, and it was like I got like 300, and then I took the rest of them and I got 400. I was like, all right. My son got a couple Funko Pops when we were there. I was like, whatever you're gonna give me, take these off the price. And I was like, we're good.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love going there, dude. Plus now, yeah, he gets cases of new shit. Like he gets all the he gets in the cases of the new like elites and shit.
Yeah, he does. He gets a lot of shit in.
I fucking love going there, dude.
Yeah, it's one of the best places I've been to in years, dude. I really enjoy it there. He's cool. Everything's a good time in there. He's got a lot of good shit. Like the display for the original Star Wars figures, I love.
Yeah, he's got a ton of Star Wars. I like the one that's on the wall right by the register. And then
Yeah,
he's got the one.
Yeah.
He's got the one that's like the original, like with the bubble top on it.
Yes.
Like that one that mail away one that had like the original 6 figures or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's fucking cool. I wish I was like more into Star Wars toys.
Me too, because that's like something I would want. Like that is awesome.
Do you know what shit? It's funny that I was like Star Wars when I was a little kid, but then they did that push in the 90s when they re-released the trilogy, the original one.
Power of the Force.
Yeah, that and it's funny because people shit on those figures, but those were the ones I used to get all the time. So I was too little. I was too little when those original shits came out.
Yeah, I got the Power of the Force too.
But that would be so easy to get into because I know they're cheap. It
Yeah.
might start.
What's his name? Mark Sterling from the Major Brothers podcast. He did all Power of the Force.
It's not hard to get into, man. Like you're not really gonna spend a ton of money because they're like mass produced and fucking. Think anyone really gave a shit about them?
No, there's so much of it. My friend got the Millennium Falcon from it.
Yeah. That's what I always thought was cool. I was like, I don't care that like they're redoing this. Like it's cool because now I can get a fucking Millennium Falcon. The
Yeah.
worst and was fucking Toys R Us had the fucking OG. Like they re-released the one and it had that original box and shit. It was like $200.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
But it
crazy.
was so cool because it was like that fucking original shit. Like that's how they get you, dude.
Oh, of course.
Because you're like, oh, this is like the original box. It's crazy. You ever see still pictures of like any department store in the 80s? Like in the toy aisle, how they would have like from the floor to the ceiling would be like the same toy all the way from the floor to the ceiling. Like everybody could get one, and now you think about how you go to the store and there's never any toys on the shelf.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That used to happen all the time when I looked for shit. I started going to a certain Walmart and I was doing good at a certain Walmart for a while and then it fucking faded out.
Yeah, they just don't. I don't know how that works. Like, because they like, dude, the one by me, I just go to it and it's always the same. Like, sometimes I find like one of something, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I think one time I went and I got lucky and I actually opened a whole case of fucking elites. But of course, oh no, 2 times because the one time I opened a case of elites and it was when they had that SmackDown exclusive, the Walmart exclusive SmackDown Rock.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't in the case. And then I got it online. I got it from somebody online, which wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a lot. And then apparently they put out more when they put out the Ghostbusters set.
I remember that. That had Stone Cold in it.
Yeah, so I went to Walmart the one day and I kept looking around. They had this fucking end cap for the Ghostbusters things in the aisle where the towels are.
Holy shit.
So I like happened to walk by it. I was like, holy shit. And I ended up getting them all.
That's cool.
I was like, all right, well, that okay. So those I sold those to fucking that store too.
Wow. Yeah, those were ones I saw, and I'm like, forget about it. And I'm like, maybe I should have got them. They had everybody
They were cool, but like I don't know.
on the rack. Well, it was just different. It's just something different. That's
Oh,
all.
very much so.
That's what I enjoyed about it. I was like, all right, this is wacky, but I'm just not spending money right now.
Oh, I guess I'll put this on.
I remember that Spider-Man action figures from the fucking 90s. That's another one of my whole stolen fucking toys. Like,
You saw they re-released those, right?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can. The one day, the problem with me is if I don't find just a regular ass Spider-Man, I don't want any of the other ones. So I've went and I've seen the Daredevil. I saw the Green Goblin. So I always see Gwen Stacy. For some reason, they just leave Gwen Stacy on the fucking rack. But then I went to the '80s toy store. He had all kinds of them.
Yeah, he does. Those were cool.
Plus the actual original ones you could probably get too.
Yeah. A lot of X-Men. Um, what else did he have? Iron Man figures from the 90s. Oh my God. I had the
Mhm.
original Iron Man figure in the 90s. I think I got it for, I don't know, maybe Christmas or something. It was like my favorite one. That was another one that got stolen. I was like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I can't tell you, dude. I would get the systems when they came out. Somebody stole a original PlayStation from me, and somebody else stole a Nintendo 64 from me.
Damn.
And then, like a couple years ago, this dude friended me on Facebook. This dude that I knew when I was a kid, and then he was like talking like it wasn't him, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I knew who stole your Nintendo 64, man. He he wasn't a good person then. He's a good guy now." And I'm like, "Yeah, it was you, motherfucker, because you're talking like this." I was like, I don't like. I was just like, I don't care now. I was like, it happened.
Yeah, I got everything stolen in one fell swoop. So it was like, fuck. And the only ones I had left, there was very few. There was maybe like four or five, and Maya's got a couple of them or whatever, and then one's like lost or whatever. But I've been trying to get back all of that as kind of like a mission. So I started with the McDonald's Hot Wheels shit, and getting that over with, and then working my way into some of the wrestlers. Like I had, what was it, the Smash and Slam WCW ring with the red turnbuckles, and it was black.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of those figures. I had like almost that whole line of,
Right.
and I lost it. Like I had the Rey Mysterio that came with the giant with the neck brace on. I had the referee that was pointing with both his elbows. Like I had Macho Man, DDP, like everybody. Then I had like a bunch of WWF dudes and some ECW dudes, and it was like, fuck, man, this is all gone. And I had the superheroes. I had some of the X-Men, Spider-Man. They weren't GI Joes. They were called the Core or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
They're at Ames. I had a bunch of those guys.
Yeah, I know
Because
what
they
you're talking
were
about.
like 10, 20 in a pack.
Yeah, they were the cheap version, but they were
Yeah.
the same kind of figure. I know what you mean.
Yeah, those were fucking dope. So it's like me working at that. That's all.
There's a couple I'd like to get into, like when the Batman came out, Michael Keaton, they had like the Batman toys, like the little ones that were like the superpowers, but they were just Batman. They had like Batman, Robin, Joker. You get the Batmobile, like the Batmobile from the movie. A couple other things with it, but I'd like to get some of that stuff. Fucking man, there's a lot of shit. Like like the early '90s WCW figures.
I know which ones you're talking about. The ones that are made out of plastic with the funny faces.
They're like smaller though.
The Galoobs.
Yeah.
I remember those. Those were cool. I had
They're big. It's
when I was
like
a
it was like Luger, Flair, Sting.
hmm
Yeah. Those are the ones I want to get a couple of those I'd like to get.
I always
I had,
remember.
I had a few of the ECW ones, and my son opened them. I had RVD and Sabu. My son opened them. He was playing with them.
That's funny. Oh shit. Which ones? Taz, Raven, New Jack. There was somebody else I think I had, and then I had I think I had a Galoob. Was it Lex Luger?
Probably. He had like they have blue tights.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a Galoob one.
It wasn't Ric Flair.
I had that one. I had that one too.
All right. It wasn't Ric Flair. It was somebody else with blonde hair. Was it Terry Taylor? I don't know if it was Terry Taylor or not. Somebody. I don't think it was Ric Flair. It was somebody else. And I remember those guys were always fucking jobbers when I was playing with wrestling. Because they were like smaller than some of the bone crunchers I had, which those were horrible. And then I think after was it the ones where they were sweating and bleeding? You remember that?
Oh God, those
Remember
were
that?
awful.
Shitty ones? Those were awful. I had a
Yeah,
can.
those were,
Somebody got it for me. I don't know for what. I don't know
yeah, they sweat.
who. They sweat. Yeah. That
Gross.
was like
Awful.
this was like why? I don't want to play with a wet action figure. I mean, like you know what I mean? A wet wrestler. This is stupid. After that, I'm kind of like,
Hold on. I'm watching Dark, and why? Where does Billy Gunn keep getting these children?
Did he has the skinny weird one out there?
Yeah, now there's another one.
Yeah,
Which
he's been out
you
there.
know what? I think he could actually be the star of this family because his face he doesn't have a pig face.
I still think he looks like a goon.
He looks more like Billy Gunn than the other one.
Yeah, he does. But he still looks weird. I don't know. He doesn't have enough definition. He ain't in the hunt. You know what
He
that's
ain't
from?
in the hunt.
Beyond the mat.
What the fuck is that from?
Beyond the mat. When he's talking to that Tony guy who wrestled with Mike Modest, he goes, "Get a little more definition up here." Then you're
Oh,
gonna
that fucking how 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 shitty do you feel if that fat guy's telling you that?
who Jim Ross,
No, that other guy, the guy that brings the two guys to fucking to try out.
Roland Alexander. Well, what did he
Yeah.
say?
Like, how do you feel if that guy's telling you gotta get like you need to do this with your body? Like,
No, that was Jim Ross telling him that.
oh, was it? Well, how do you feel if Jim Ross is telling your ass that?
Well, I imagine he took it as advice because Jim Ross is the guy who was hiring talent.
Jim Ross.
Then you get in a hunt.
He fucking creeps me out at least once a week on AEW.
Yeah, he's just being an old guy. He don't care.
He says some wild shit about the ladies, bro.
Oh yeah, he's like Jerry Lawler now.
Yeah. But he just doesn't give a shit. He's like, I'll say it. Like that one, remember, dude, when he was like, I think so and so had a wardrobe malfunction. Oh, that's unfortunate. We didn't get to see it. Like, what, dude?
That's just wishful thinking, he said.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you saying, dude? Calm down. Like, relax.
He makes me laugh because he doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? If it's a serious match, he gives a shit. He gives a
Yeah,
great performance. But if it's not serious, Jim Ross don't fucking care, bro.
I like him, man, because he calls the action, and then the other two dudes just say goofy shit in between. They talk about whatever else, but like when shit gets real, he'll call the action.
Yes, if it's serious, it's okay. If it's not, he's not going to look stupid. He's gonna
Yeah,
shit on
otherwise,
as much as possible.
otherwise he just lets them yap at each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
The fuck out of here, Gun Club.
Oh, Gun Club.
Oh,
The
dude,
douchebags.
I use somebody. So I'd be on Reddit, and I'm in the wrestling Reddit, and somebody was talking about. So he's like, "Yeah, I know everybody hates Retribution, but what's his name's mask is pretty cool." I was like, and I commented, I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I think Paper Plate Face from Talking Shop Mania Retribution's got a better mask."
The best mask ever.
Oh yeah, dude. My
Um,
God, dude. I wish they would like release a DVD or something of both of those. Like, I'd buy the shit out of that.
I'll give you my thing. You can watch it.
I definitely want to watch both of them again.
They are phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I gotta do a deep dive and see if fucking that Nature Boy Paul Lee's got some merchandise. I'm gonna need some of that. I gotta get that CWO shirt.
The five. He's got a copyright on 5 O's in the word woo.
Yeah, dude. That's the best thing when he's wrestling. They always talk about it. He's got a copyright on 5 O's in the woo.
It's hilarious.
Fucking amazing, dude.
That has to be one of the funniest things I have seen in a very long time. I mean, it made me laugh so hard. All the cool shit in there. It's like I said this before. It was Trailer Park Boys for wrestling goofs.
Oh, dude, that's perfect way to sum it up. It's fucking amazing.
It's great. It's just great. He just shows up in the truck. The guy's going, jerk him off. Jerk him
Right?
off. Jerk his balls. Like they're just the whole time hitting you with line after line after line. It's so funny.
This is the funniest thing to talk to you about because like you hate everything goofy in wrestling, but then there's Talking Shop of Mania, which is absolutely goofy at all times. You're all about it. It's so
Dude, I explained this. I like it because it's supposed to be comedy right off the jump. AEW and WWE do stupid shit when they're trying to say that they're serious.
okay, not counting AEW because it's been around for a year. Remember Santino with the fucking Cobra, dude? Santino dressed like a woman to be in a fucking. Come on. WWE always done that goofy shit. Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
No, it's like you're on a cup on a string.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it better now or?
No, it still sounds like that. Like I heard what you said about Santino. You're right. He sucked.
Well, that's fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, it's like you're.
Well, I'm holding this shit right up to my goddamn face.
That's so weird.
I don't know why it sounds like a cup on a string.
That's bizarre.
Well, I hope these dudes got paid a lot because they not only got beat by the gun club, then Lance Archer came out and destroyed them too. They were already dead.
Oh my god, I love when he does that.
Oh, God. Oh, AEW.
I mean, it's both companies.
I'm glad I turned it on last night for like the last two matches. That was totally fine.
Yeah, besides Eddie Kingston, it was the best part of the show.
Yeah, I heard there was like a fucking the homies in Vegas.
Oh, I saw that. That was just remind me of The Hangover, kind of like Entourage. It was, I don't know. It wasn't too interesting, to be honest with you. It was just like, okay. It's kind of bland to me. It was like cheesy. Like I've seen this too many times before. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If your name is Travis Titan, why are you the tiniest person?
Oh, that's so weird. Is it the little dark-haired kid?
Yeah, this dude's maybe an inch taller than Marco Stunt. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, he's been getting beat up on Dark for a little while now.
Well, just that he's making his AEW debut. So.
He just got beat up by Garrison or Griff Garrison or Garrison Griff or whatever the fuck his name is.
Hey, Jungle Boy.
Yeah, whatever his name is, and fucking, it was on the pay per view.
Oh yeah, dude. My my girl last night, because I was watching the rest of AEW, she was like, "Come on." She was talking about Ricky Starks. She's like, "You can't." She's like, "That guy's gay. Come on, for real, he's gay." I was like, "I don't know if he's really gay." I was like, I was like, he's playing. I was like, I don't know, he's playing a character. I was like, he does seem a little coom sa, but I was like, he's fucking great.
I don't think he's gay.
I don't think so either.
I don't. It's funny she says that though, because the way he dresses, she's right. It comes off gay.
Yeah, it's his mannerisms and shit. I totally get it. Dude, the best was last night. They went to get in the ring, bro, and fucking his chain popped off, but he caught it.
Yep.
She was like, "What was that?" I was like, "Oh, that was that Mr. Perfect shit. Like when he throws the towel in the air and he catches."
Spits the gum out and fucking whacks it.
Yeah, I was like, "That's that Mr. Perfect shit. He's just throwing his chain to himself." Oh my god, dude! But that talking shop, bro. My god, it's just ridiculous.
Oh, it was great.
Entertaining from top to bottom, both times.
The fucking start, the end, everything, the whole death match scene with fucking Chavo and the guy from America's Got Talent and
That
fucking
shit was
Steve.
dude. Like you killed him. He's legit dead.
Oh my god. He's like, I didn't know, I didn't know.
I like the evolution ripoff.
Oh, Nox Tista.
That fucking fake Randy Orton that you just didn't care. He's like,
Nathan Orton.
Nathan Orton. I kept trying to tell the douche, and he's like,
Yeah. He's like, he doesn't know how to do the pose on the top rope.
he was like the Randy Orton version of Orange Cassidy.
Right?
That was pretty great.
Oh, that was so funny. Rocky pulls up in a Power Wheels.
Oh, yeah. Bro, they had fucking Mark Chidrak in that shit.
Yep. And then remember the fight that they had with Tommy Dreamer and Just Overweight. I mean, Just Incredible.
Holy god, dude.
Yeah,
Holy fuck. Rhino board, everybody.
that was great. And fucking Tommy's like, we're gonna do. I know we're hardcore. I know we're all three hardcore. Can we just do softcore? And they start hitting each other with like stuffed animals and shit.
Dude, that's, I was so distracted by Just Incredible being a fat old man. It was distracting. But,
I thought it was,
good for being alive and shit.
yeah. I thought it was fake at the beginning. Like, there's no way someone's dressed up as Just Incredible. Of course. Why wouldn't they have somebody like that? No, that was him, man.
That was him.
Channeling his inner Bam Bam Bigelow.
That's just crazy, man. Like, I mean, I guess good for him, because I guess when you get off the drugs, you turn to food.
Yeah, they blow up.
He came out looking like the old Just Incredible. I'd be like, oh, this guy needs some drug money.
Yeah. Where's the heroin?
So, dude, did you miss that fucking, so you missed that exchange with fucking Brian Cage and Darby Allin? This shit was incredible.
I fell asleep for 10 minutes.
So, dude, they fucking Cage gets him up and he's doing that Brock Lesnar powerbomb shit where he like power bombs him and then picks him back up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the second time, fucking Darby looks like he's gonna flip over his back and roll him up. Instead, he flips over his back and fucking grabs him. It was like a sunset flip Canadian destroyer.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, to Brian Cage.
Wow. That's cool.
Dude, they make that dude look like a star. Like, there are very few, like, you'll take Rey Mysterio, for instance. There are very few small guys that like just you just know like, oh, that guy's a star.
I think about it all the time. Darby reminds me a lot of Spike Dudley and Jeff Hardy and um,
Yeah.
who else? I'm trying to think of another little guy. Rey Mysterio for sure. Uh, who else? I mean, he has that, and that's what's so cool about him, and that's why I'm such a big fan of the guy. Because
Yep.
for a little guy, he sells constantly. Always selling. Always selling. He sells better than anybody in the entire fucking business right now. Always takes the move, goes farther back.
Oh yeah, dude, he's just every time I see him, man, I'm like, he's a star.
Yeah, I'd say probably one of the best in the company. He's up there.
This Will Hobbs heel turn better fucking pan out.
I think it's stupid. I saw that and I was like, this is stupid.
I already feel like they're making Brian Cage look like a bitch.
That's what I said 2 weeks ago about him against Matt Sydal, and you're like, no.
Well, you're just a fucking grandpa when it comes to like, people gotta get their moves in. Okay, it don't matter if it's big or small. Like, dude's gonna fucking hit a drop kick here and there, right? They gotta give you that hope. Like some people are actually fans of Matt Sydal. Psychology, man.
Dude, not every match is a fucking pay-per-view event. I'm sorry. Brian Cage is the frequency of AEW's Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is not doing that shit for everybody, and no one's going to be able to kick Brock Lesnar in the head that many fucking times without him stomping them. It's the same thing Brian Cage should be. He's a monster. He's big. He's one of the most jacked guys in AEW. He is the most jacked guy in AEW, to be honest. He looks like an animal, a monster. Why would that guy be giving up?
There's no Joey Janela on my TV right now.
Oh, God. What I'm saying is, why would he be giving anybody any offense? He's a monster. He should be terrorizing people.
Matt, this is your dream match.
Who's in it?
Joey Janela versus Marco Stunt.
Oh, God.
This is your dream match.
This is two of the worst people ever.
Dude, you know what? I used back like 2 years ago, I bought into the Joey Janela hype. I was like, oh, this dude's cool. And now he's in AEW, and I'm like, you're like a little fish in a big pond. You suck.
Yeah, he sucks.
Like it's kind of like when ECW is a thing, and then they didn't translate when they moved to other companies.
Yeah, that makes total sense. I understand that.
Yeah, he doesn't translate like in a smaller scale. Joey Janela is pretty good. Like I like Joey Janela a lot on a small scale like this. They don't do nothing with him either, so it doesn't help.
Dude, the moment I saw him, I'm like, this guy looks like a complete fucking bum. He doesn't look like any type of a star at all. He doesn't do anything to keep himself in shape. His pants barely stay on. It's like he's fat. He doesn't look like a wrestler. I'm like, come on. I give Orange Cassidy more credit. He's in better shape than Joey Janela.
If he like, I don't know, if he gave a shit about himself, I guess maybe he'd look a little better.
And he has a fucking hard on for Cornette not accepting him. I listened to him talk to Colt Cabana, and he kept bringing it up.
Everything that like happens that's public with this guy, he like dwells on. Like that Enzo Amore shit, like he dwells on that. He like, I swear to God, he looks for like what Cornette says about him, so he can like say something.
Yes, that's exactly what he does, dude. The whole interview, he just kept bringing it up, and I'm thinking, like, can you grow up, dude?
It very much throws me off, like concentrating on him, like being in the ring or being a wrestler at all.
I'm not saying this just because I'm a Cult of Cornette member. Got my card. It's just a simple fact that Cornette is actually right. If I wasn't the biggest fan of Cornette, he's actually right about Joey Janela. I'm sorry. To anybody who's like a huge, crazy super fan of him or whatever, Cornette's telling the truth. The dude is dangerous in the ring. We know that. He's out of shape. He doesn't care. He's, barely entertaining when you put him on an AEW stage. It's like this guy's a waste of talent, a waste of money. Go get somebody else.
It's like, you know what? Now that I'm watching this, like, Jurassic Express was over at the beginning of this fucking company, and now they're just like hanging out in the background.
How many times did Jungle Boy lose a big televised match or a pay-per-view match?
Dude, I like him and Luchasaurus, dude. They're good.
I know, but what I'm saying is they killed them early.
Yeah, they did.
I think Jungle Boy could really be somebody. Luchasaurus, he kind of does too much for his size. He needs to be another monster, not a monster, but just a big guy, kind of like Kane. You know what I mean?
Weird because you see it. It's weird because you see it. Like, there's times in the match, like, he mixes it up. There's times where he does, like, crazy shit a guy his size shouldn't do, and then, like, just see him get pissed and he just fucking launches people.
Yeah, and the Marco stunt ruins him really badly. They need to see themselves.
This little motherfucker, I don't mind if this little motherfucker be coming out with him and shit, but, like, come on, man. Just stay on the outside.
He doesn't need to be any part of it, I don't think.
The little boy.
He's a waste.
Oh, here's your boo, Sonny Kiss.
Oh God. Thank you, Sonny Kiss. I got to turn wrestling when my daughter's with me. Like, you scumbag. Put some fucking pants on.
I'd leave it on, but then somebody would, like, my kids would just be asking questions. I'm not ready to have that conversation.
Yeah, she asked me. I'm like, he's just weird. There's nothing I can do
I
about it.
was like, that's gold dust.
Yeah.
That's how I'd explain it. I'm like, oh, that's gold dust. But then your daughter, fucking smart person, she'd be like, well, gold dust is in the Nightmare family.
Yeah.
Nominate, yo. Oh, I can't wait till next time. I see your daughter gonna fuck with you so hard.
Why?
I'm gonna be like, yo, when he comes back, be like, I heard Sonny Kiss is your favorite wrestler. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that shit.
Oh, that's funny as hell. I'm kind of scared to show her AEW because of what happened to Thunder Rosa.
Dude, I think she'll be into it. Like, dude,
Maybe not at Britt
it's
Baker.
good for her because, like you said, she's all kayfabe, dude. So, like, it's good to. It would be good to see, like, she'd be like, oh, what the hell, like, how's she gonna get beat up? Like, I hope they have a match and she beats her ass. Like, you know what I mean? Well, she's not gonna say all that, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be mad at Britt Baker now. For sure.
That's who she should be mad at.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. I think that's exactly what's gonna happen with that.
Hey, and you know what? That match wasn't extremely cheap because Britt Baker beat her up and then she kicked out. So
Yeah, you got a point.
I was like, oh, here we go. And then she kicked out. I was like, oh, all right, we're still gonna go with this match. All right, that was a good match too, man.
It was a very good match. It's just Serena's she just doesn't look like a star anymore. Do you know what I mean? She's a really good wrestler.
No, I know. I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? She just looks like an old veteran that didn't have a career for it to matter.
Oh, very true. Like,
That's all. And I'm not shitting on her. I like her. I think she's good. It's just, it's too late, you know?
I thought that they brought her in. At first, I didn't know she was ever going to become the NWA champion or any kind of champion. I thought they brought her in to work with because they got a lot of women that are like very short in their wrestling careers. So I was like, she could work, and I was like, I thought they brought her in to like work with the younger talent to help them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understood it, but I was like, oh no, you're NWA champion, all right. Does she be on that primetime shit?
Yeah, that's how she won the title on there.
Yeah, but I mean, after she still be on there? Or?
Yeah. she's got to defend it. That's the only place she can do it at. Like besides AEW, you know what I mean? There's no NWA running it.
Is Thunder Rosa signed to AEW?
No, she's got one more year in her contract at least.
Oh, okay.
Billy
I like
Corgan said that.
I like that she's getting like a bigger stage to work on though.
Me too. She's the best women's wrestler in the world besides Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's a fucking animal.
It's kind of sucks for me to see like fucking what's her name was on the buy-in, fucking Allison Kay or whatever, because I think she's just as good.
Yeah, I think Rhea's better than Allison Kay.
No, I mean like as far as her like Thunder Rosa and her goes, dude, they had the best match on that fucking pay-per-view, dude.
Yeah, they did. No, they had good matches. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree.
Then what tonight? Stop shit. I gotta fast forward a little bit because my homegirl Lindsay Snow is wrestling out here.
She was on primetime, I think, right?
Lindsay Snow?
Yeah.
I don't know. I only watched that one episode and I turned it off because it was kind of beat.
That name's familiar to me, is what I'm saying. Like the second you said it sounds like Primetime Live.
She's got like blonde dreads and she's like covered in tattoos.
No, I do not know who she is then.
Okay. She's well, if you watch Dark this week, she's on there. That's what I'm trying to find on this fucking.
That's where I saw it. I saw it on the up and coming posts for Dark.
Yeah. She's good too. She won the tournament on that last Bloodsport too.
That's cool.
Yeah. Whenever you're gonna fucking watch those, you son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, I forget, man. I forget.
Who the fuck is this guy? Hold on. Oh, I gotta wait for ads. Maybe not. Who's this fucking goof with the red hair? Gonna fight Brandon Cutler. Brandon Cutler's on a streak, right?
A losing streak?
And he's on a hot streak. He's won 2 in a row.
Oh my god.
Dude, they gave him a video package. They went through all his losses. It's so funny.
Hawkins.
Oh, Kurt Hawkins. Brian Myers.
He had the same thing though, dude.
Yeah. It's fucking goof that looks like Sean O'Hare, but it's not Sean O'Hare.
Oh, I hated Sean O'Hare.
Yeah.
The
coolest thing he did was when he had like that thing with Piper.
Yeah.
Like when he had that long jacket.
I know what you're talking about, the black one.
Like, I don't care. Yeah, when he had like those skits and they're all in black and white and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck this guy is and I don't care. It's like a fucking goof.
There's a lot of goofs on there.
It's dark. The jobber. He's still doing a fucking thing with Peter Avalon.
Can't believe they don't have anybody training them.
Oh, I like this girl though. This Russian chick. Layla Hirsch.
Heard that name before.
Yeah, she's good, dude.
Oh.
Man. Fuck this shit, man. Oh, you got a story to tell.
Oh my god. You're right, I do have a story to tell. Maybe we'll save it for next week.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Holy fuck, I didn't realize we're 9:45. Holy fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck. I'll tell it quick enough since you said it.
Just fuck.
All right, so.
Grown man in a rubber suit, run around with a young boy.
Oh, shoot, get a load of that fruit.
My Uncle Homo. I'm about, I'd say, 14 at the time. And I'm hanging out down here on Seneca Street on my old street camper with some of my friends. And I think we were like playing football or something. And my uncle was messing around with the crack whore at the end of the street, this fucking Tammy girl. And he was always around the neighborhood at that time while he was out of prison. So we'd see him and shit, and he'd always be, talking shit, running around, looking for shit, constantly involved in something, driving when he wasn't supposed to be driving. He never had a fucking license. He never even sent away for one in a cereal box. This motherfucker one day said, this fucking Danny dude snitched on me. He snitched on me. I'm thinking, what the fuck did he snitch on you for? You snitch on people too. Like, you're nobody. Shut up. He's like, I'm gonna fucking knock his teeth out. And I'm like, yeah, okay, dude, whatever. Shut up. You're fucking crackheads. Crackheads fighting crackheads. So I just fucking continue to play football or whatever I was playing with my friends. And sure enough, he comes running around the corner like hour later. And I'm like, what's going on? And he pulls his hand out and he's got a tooth in his fucking hand. And he's like, I fucking knocked his front tooth right out. The last tooth he fucking had. That fucking Danny, that fucking scumbag. I'm like, you knocked out another crackhead's tooth. I was like, wow, dude, you're fucking stupid. I was like, better get that tooth out. And he's like, oh no, I'm going to wear this like a fucking necklace, blah, blah, blah. I didn't see him for a couple days. Finally, when I do, his hand is completely blown up. He's got it's wrapped up like he broke it, like it's in a cast. Almost because of the infection from the other crackhead's tooth in his hand. To this day, if I see any of them boys that I grew up with, they would instantly bring that up. Yo, remember that day your uncle came running down the street with the tooth in his hand? Like, remember that shit? Remember that shit? I go, yeah, I got 1,000 of those, bro.
Oh my god.
Like, but yeah, Uncle Homo knocks out fucking another crackhead and fucking gets his tooth lodged in his fist.
Jesus.
He was like bragging about it, and everybody was telling him, "Shut up, you're a dumbass." Like, you're a complete clown.
Look
Nobody.
at your hand, idiot.
What'd you say?
Like, look at your hand, idiot.
Right? It was so stupid, but that's something I'll never forget. Like, I just started thinking about that today because I don't know, one dude I work with was talking about his fucking hand or whatever, and I was just thinking to myself, oh shit. I remember a hand story with fucking Uncle Homo.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. Fucking memories. Fucking, we didn't need cable, man. I lived cable.
Clearly.
You know, it's the way we see it. Like, for real, that's what fucking good old, what's her name on here? Jamie would say. When we didn't need cable, all we had to do was look outside or just fucking live life.
Oh, shit. All right, let's get the fuck out of here then.
Shameless ain't got shit on me. We're out of here.
Peace.
Peace.